Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is going to be your reading for May 2020. Let's get started with the Celtic Cross. I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot. Okay, Devil and Two of Wands. But I just started, so I'm going to skip that. This is for Gemini. For May 2020, can we please get... Oh, okay. Wow, that was so quick. Hangman. Ten of Wands, King of Cups. Side read. I'll just read these cards out quick. Hangman, feeling stuck, sacrificing for others, helping others. It's also a very spiritual card. This in combination with the Ten of Wands. A lot of stress, a lot of responsibilities, but there is end in sight. The castle is right within sight, and it's saying that even though you've been carrying a lot of stress and a lot of responsibilities, looking like it's for helping with work, other people, possibly employees, other people who depend on you. So you carrying this kind of a burden, and it's saying that the time to relax is almost here because it's a 10. So it's a completion for the wands, the 10 of Wands. So it's saying the castle's there, one more push, and you can relax. So you got King of Cups here. This is someone who's very compassionate, might work in the medical field, might be a doctor, therapist, something along that line, might be an artist, very in tune with their emotions, in control of their emotions. This might also, when you add it with these other cards, is just out of compassion, feeling a little stressed right now, having a lot of responsibilities, but caring for others. Okay, and then you've got the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom, Seven of Coins, which is just about waiting for your harvest, waiting on something you've been putting energy into. All right, so let's continue with the Celtic Cross for Gemini for May 2020, please. Can we please get a Celtic Cross for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020. Usually I wait for one card to pop out, and that will be my sign that that's the end of the shuffle, like that. All right, so we got the Ace of Swords, air sign for air sign Gemini. On the bottom, we've got Three of Wands. So this is you, or the situation. Your challenge is the Lovers, which is Gemini, represents the Lovers card. Consciously, we've got the Emperor. Subconscious, we've got the Six of Cups. Recent past, we have Seven of Cups. Recent future, we have King of Wands. You right now, Queen of Cups. Around you, Star, lovely. Hopes and fears, Two of Coins. Outcome, Two of Cups. This is a lovely reading. All right, so let's just leave this here at the bottom card. Ace of Swords is a card about victory, telling the truth, speaking your mind, letting people know how you feel. And this card is about, the sword cuts both ways. So just to be a little bit tactful, mindful of the way you deliver your feelings or opinions or thoughts, because it might offend some. You might not care, but, because it's the sword of truth. The sword of, this is intelligence, wisdom, clarity, seeing things clearly, cutting through the BS, and delivering something directly, being straightforward. So that's the situation here. And the challenge here is the Lovers card. So it might be regarding someone else that you are dealing with in a romantic situation. It could be another Gemini that you're dealing with. But the Lovers card is also about making a choice as well. It's about balance. It's about a choice to make, possibly in love, a choice to make. And could be a new romantic interest. The Lovers card in the traditional tarot has Angel Raphael blowing his horn in the Garden of Eden, and it's representing with Adam, Eve, and the angel, archangel, self-conscious, the subconscious and spiritual consciousness all together being a complete being. Okay, so that kind of a completion there. So take it how it resonates for you. You've got the Ace of Swords as a situation, and the challenge is the Lover. So I'd say probably a choice in love. Consciously, you've got here the Emperor. That's the boss, the Patriarch. Now the Emperor is the fake card. It's a fake card. It trumps the Kings. And this is someone who could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. This is about being in control, being the boss. And so consciously thinking about either someone who's like this or you are feeling like this. Okay, this is what's on your mind. This power. Emperor is all about the power, the male, represents Aries really as well. This strong masculine energy, strong powerful energy, doesn't have to be a man. Could be just being your own boss, your own company, leadership, control, or it could be someone who's a fire sign in your life. Now, in the subconscious, you got Six of Cups. This is a very nice card here. It's just about happy childhood memories and nostalgia, thinking about someone or the younger days, someone from your hometown, someone from your past who reminds you of, who invokes these kind of feelings of nostalgia in you. In the recent past, you got Seven of Cups, and that's some more daydreaming there. So you might have been daydreaming about this person, thinking about them a lot. Seven of Cups is built like building castles in the sky. Each cup is full of some ideal, your ideal mate, wealth, castle, awards, victory, all these different types of things. So the Seven of Cups is about needing to make a choice, as is the Lover's card. So it really looks like you need to make a choice, and the situation is you're going to make a choice about something important to you. In the past, there was a lot of overthinking and not enough action, thinking about all your possibilities, options, weighing it out, you know, and then now the situation shows that you're making a decision, at least with the Ace of Swords. In the recent future, you got King of Wands, and this is just more male fire energy. Just like this is someone who's been on your mind. Again, I told you it could be you running your own business, things of that nature, or it could be, you know, someone who is representing a fire sign like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, as is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is someone who's very virile, attractive, action-oriented. Okay, now if their looks aren't attractive, then the way that they carry themselves is attractive. The way that they run their lives, live their lives is attractive. They're people who are extremely exciting, magnetic, charming. Did I say exciting? Yeah. So King of Wands is someone like that. Again, someone who is ready to manifest, because wands are all about inspiration, action. And the King of Wands is about mastering that ability to inspire and manifest. You, right now, you've got Queen of Cups. It looks like you're in love, okay, with the Queen of Cups. I'm just saying that because it ends with the Two of Cups. You've got the subconscious here, Six of Cups, and then you've got the Lover's card as your challenge. And in the past, thinking about this person a lot. So Queen of Cups is that perfect mate to the King of Cups that dropped out earlier. Queen of Cups is someone who's known to be, aside from very intuitive, spiritual, kind, she's very compassionate. And Queen of Cups also comes up when you're very much into your feelings, like you're flowing with your emotions and you are really either, you know, in some kind of spiritual sense, feeling emotional, or here with the Lover's card, some kind of relationship here that you are really deep into, reminiscing with the nostalgia card here, and Seven of Cups, thinking about, you know, fantasizing, daydreaming, where you've already picked out the wedding dress and so on, okay? And here we see action, where before there was inaction and overthinking and daydreaming, here we see action. Here's a choice that was the challenge that you had to make. Here we see action with the Ace of Swords. So it looks like you're very much in your feelings, okay? With around you, Star. Beautiful card to have around you. Whatever this energy is that's around you, the Star card is about hope. Renewed hope, faith, a dream. You know, when you wish upon a star, someone that you've been hoping and looking at and thinking of, saying, I don't care how long it takes, I'll wait for this person. and then it coming true, this kind of affirmation that's going to come true. So the Star card is also someone, can be a person or an energy of someone who gets a lot of attention, someone who might be famous, someone who is very much in the public eye, especially with the King of Wands and Emperor. So that's a lovely card to have around you. That's a fate card, which means it's not about free will and whatever. This is more to do with things that are out of your immediate control, which is beautiful to have that. So in your hopes and fears, you've got Two of Coins. Two of Coins is about working with your finances or your circumstances in a very mindful and hands-on way, where you've got a lot of things going on and you're trying to keep everything going. It's where you are, you know, with focus and skill, using your resources and your means to keep everything going. And it's also a little bit of a juggling act. So the Two of Coins with the hopes and fears section is kind of like maybe you are hoping to be able to keep everything going, and or possibly fearing that, you know, this is going to go on for a long time and that you're not going to get a break because this is a bit stressful. Because Two of Coins can be a little stressful when you have to constantly be on that hamster wheel and have all these things going. And we saw in the drop, we saw the Ten of Wands, a lot of hustle, a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility. So this is in your hopes and fears, okay? Outcome is Two of Cups. It's a beautiful partnership. So whoever this is, it's a good partnership. This is where it's kindred spirits, you know, true love, soulmate connection, things of that nature. Or even in business, it's someone who is really going to be a great partner. On the bottom, you've got Three of Wands. Three of Wands is pulling in your two ships coming in, and you're pulling in those resources, something that you've put time and effort into, that you've been manifesting, and now you see it returning some kind of profit for you. In the traditional tarot, the Three of Wands shows two ships coming in with a merchant on top of a cliff. And those ships are full of bounty and, you know, things that he's acquired and bought and that he's going to trade and sell, and then he's going to be singing. So possibly waiting for some shipments to come in that you think will, you know, that you feel or will bring in some kind of bounty, some kind of prosperity for you. And so whatever this is here, it's got a positive outcome, a great partnership. And saying here, divinely, you know, blessed with the Star card, having this kind of affirmation that things will work out. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards. I'm going to start with Miracles Now by Gabrielle Bernstein. Can we get a card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020, please? This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020. Can we get one card? And I'll look on the bottom as well. For Gemini for May 2020. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And once we pull the oracle cards, we can see which way this is going. This might be talking about business and romance, or particularly focusing on one. I'll pull some love oracle cards as well. So this, again, is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, for May 2020. Can we please get a card for Gemini? I'll pick one. If one doesn't pop out, let me just give it a second. Can we get a card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020, please? Okay, so I'm going to pick this card. I show up for myself and the world. Okay, lovely. And on the bottom, my positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. Okay, so we got two cards here with your influence on the world, which might explain this Star card here. Someone who gets a lot of attention, the King of Wands, Emperor. This is very boss energy. So I show up for myself in the world. My positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. This is someone, just like we saw with the Hangman card in the drop, just like we saw with the Ten of Wands in the drop, and the King of Cups. There, I told you, is an energy of healing or being some kind of a doctor or artist or something along those lines, and having this sacrifice of yourself to benefit others with the Hangman and Ten of Wands, responsibilities and so on. So it's saying you very much see yourself as someone who knows that you have a strong influence on others and people in the world, and so you take that as a real responsibility upon yourself, and you show up in order to bring positivity to the world, which is fantastic. All right, so let's pull I'll do this next. I'm going to pull Wild Kuan Yin, Pocketbook Edition. I have the bigger one too, but that will take forever. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way so you don't see my, oh, look at that, just like that. Okay. Moved by the call, wild love of my own soul, I call upon you. I trust in the process of letting go and the wild loving life calling me to my divine destiny. I trust in my fearless spirit. So this is moved by the call. Okay, I'm going to leave that here, okay? And on the bottom, I'll check. It's this one. Be guided now. Allow yourself to be guided. The guide cannot take the steps for you. That is your job. But the guide can show you the way. It is up to you if you choose to take it, whether you tread carefully, dance, or run along that sacred pathway towards the loving arms of the Holy Mother. She is always there to help you. Very sweet. All right. So those are your cards. I'm just going to leave that to resonate for you as it does. All right. So now we move on to Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Let's get some oracle cards for romance for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020, please. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, May 20. Okay, we got 2 cards, and then I'll check the one on the bottom first. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, so again, with your being guided. But let's just leave that there and let's read these 2. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I'm going to read these out to you. I have the book out this time. Let's see. So let's read chemistry. Okay. You receive this card because you feel a strong dynamic pull toward another person. In other words, you share chemistry with him or her. This creates intense, pleasurable sensations that draw you to each other. If this person is someone other than your partner in a committed relationship, then the chemistry is probably a source of both stress and escape. You'll need to weigh your options and the consequences carefully before, or, in brackets, instead of, leaving your current partner or embarking upon an affair. If, however, you are single and feel this pull toward another unattached person, then this card brings you a go-ahead green light of good news. Most likely the chemistry is mutual and merits exploration. In some cases, this card may mean that a lack of chemistry is a cause for relationship issues and personal discontent. If there was chemistry initially, it may be restored by devoting effort to the relationship. Passion, sparks, and romance can be revived through playfulness, thoughtfulness, time together, and caring gestures. Call upon the romance angels to guide you as you make important decisions about channeling this chemistry. The second card is trust. Let's read that. All right. In response to your question, the romance angels ask you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it's leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people, including your romantic partner. This truly is a situation where with faith, all things are possible. Then we have make the effort. Where is that? Here we go. Make the effort. You received this card because, sorry, one second. Sorry about that. All right, where was I? You received this card because some action steps on your part are necessary in order for your prayers about your love life to be answered. The angels have opened the doors for you, and now it's time for you to walk through them. The first thing that comes to mind with respect to taking action is a good starting place for you. When you ask for spiritual help, you always receive it. Often this help comes in the form of intuitive guidance, which consists of repetitive feelings and thoughts. You get the sense that you should do this or that. You receive this card as a nudge to actually take that action. You'll then receive the next piece of the puzzle, meaning another intuitive message about what to do. If you like, you can ask the angels to give you the motivation, courage, time, and energy to take these steps. Know that each one brings you closer upon the pathway to great love. All right, so we're getting a lot of guidance kind of energy here. I am going to move on to the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. All right, here they are. No. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020. Please, could we please get a card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020? There we go. All right, taking action. That's exactly like this. Do you see this? This is you in the future, immediate future, and this was in the immediate past. I told you inaction, overthinking to action, daydreaming to making things happen. So taking action. All right, so it says, I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. I'm going to leave that here, but let me look at the one on the bottom as well. Okay. Following your bliss, my soul sings with joy. That's lovely. All right, let's read both. I'm going to put these here. Get the book. Taking action. Where are you? Okay. Card meaning. I'm just going to leave it there. Don't hesitate. Whatever you've been putting off, now is the time to act. Stand tall, raise your fists to the sky, and leap into action. Break out the champagne, for victory is in reach. That's Ace of Swords. It's victory. Look it up. All right. The universe wants you to know, action creates momentum. Whatever you've been wishing and waiting for, this is the right time to move forward without looking back. Quicken your spirit by taking action now, even if you have to face your fears in order to do so. Look them in the eye with a calm and clear gaze and forge ahead. The action you take now will reap immense rewards in the future. Questions to ask yourself. In what area of my life should I take action now? What blocks me from acting, and how can I overcome this? What is the most direct action that will yield the greatest results? And then next we'll read Following Your Bliss. Where is that? There we go. All right. My soul sings with joy. That's this one. Do what gives you joy. Celebrate and have fun. You do not need to suffer to grow. In fact, true happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. Take steps today to expand your joy. You don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. The universe wants you to know, if you don't follow your bliss now, when will you? If you've been waiting to act until circumstances are different or somehow better, you may have a long wait. Some people put off following their North Star, until they graduate, get married, have kids, or retire. If you continue to do so, you may never attain genuine happiness. Take steps today to experience the sweet nectar of life. Questions to ask yourself. What feeds my soul? How can I follow my bliss? What is blocking me from living a life filled with joy? I'm just going to immediately, I was thinking about that 7 of coins, that 7 of pentacles on the drop that was at the bottom of the deck. which are saying you're waiting on something that you've been putting energy into, that you've harvested for your harvest, basically, right? So it says here that, you know, some people put off following their North Star until they, you know, reach certain milestones. And saying that if you keep doing that, you may have a long wait and then you may never attain genuine happiness. So take steps today to experience the sweet nectar of life. All right. Next, I'm going to pull the final oracle card, which is going to be for spiritual guidance. And this is the Divine Feminine Oracle deck by Megan Watterson. So can we please get some spiritual guidance for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020? And you know what I'll do? I'm just going to put this here. And I'm going to put these here so you can see them close up, because I know I changed my layout. All right. Okay. So this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we please get some spiritual guidance for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2020, please? Oh my gosh, look at that. You got a whole bunch. Let's check the bottom. White buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. I will briefly go over these cards. This goddess here, this, I believe she was Lakota. I'll look it up. Basically, she appeared to these two young warriors, and one of them was looking at her in a lustful way, not recognizing the fact that she was a divine being. And as soon as he tried to touch her, like, he disintegrated into ash or something. I don't even know. He disappeared. And then the other one recognized that she was not only beautiful, but a very divine being, like a divine being, someone special. And so spoke to her and approached her with respect. And then from there, she went with him back to his tribe, his village, whatever, and performed many miracles for the people. Okay, so I will read a little bit about her. Thank you so much. I love my goddess cards. All right, white buffalo calf woman. We'll leave her here. And then we've got a few here. Goddess Ishitokyo, Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So she's a Tibetan Dakini Buddhist goddess, a Buddha. She achieved enlightenment. She was the consort of Guru Padmasambhava. Her story was that she was very beautiful again, and had a rough time in her youth, wanted to be spiritual, and then eventually, after having met a few people, and even she got married one time, took on a partner. I'm just going into details. I don't know why, but I just feel like it. She was advised by Guru Padmasambhava to pick up someone that was in India, and he was going to be traded, like a slave market kind of trade, and saying that, you know, you need him as a consort. So she went there and she picked him up, and she remembers seeing him, and she had no desire to want to even do this, but for spiritual reasons, for whatever, okay, she went. And there was description of him being like very attractive and like shiny looking and having beautiful like conch-like teeth and all these kind of descriptions, and made a partner out of him. And after they did get together, he didn't appreciate her for being the spiritual being. I guess that's why I brought it up, because it was very similar to White Buffalo Calf Woman. He didn't understand how special she was, and so they ended up separating, and he, you know, made a life with someone else. But she achieved enlightenment, and the whole time when I read the book about her life, it was saying that he always would be like back-talking, backbiting, kind of like, oh, you think you're so spiritual, oh, you think you're that, you think you're this, and trying to cut her down. But in the end, you know, she achieved enlightenment. And she's a Buddha. All right, so let's put her over here. And then we've got Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. I don't know too much about her. I think I've read about Sappho maybe twice. I'll read it. but I do know that she was a lesbian, I believe. All right. And then we've got this warrior saint, my Bago, the warrior saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. So she was a Sikh warrior. She was a female. And it was during this war with Muslims, I believe. And, you know, her people had been outnumbered and everybody kind of retreated. And so she went back and roused the troops and got them all together again. And they went off for a final face down to fight. She survived, I believe. I think she was the only survivor. But let me just read about Sappho and my Bago first, okay? Because I went into so much detail about the other two. All right, so this is not in alphabetical order, but I saw it there, 182. This is for Goddess Sappho. So, when your soul selects her card, instead of exhausting ourselves with the unholy effort of comparing our own bodies to others or of competing for resources that are actually unlimited, Sappho urges us to do the most revolutionary thing we could ever do. Love ourselves and our sisters fiercely. We can't recover Sappho's lost poems, but we can reclaim the enduring spirit she left us. We can become her poetry. We can revel in the pleasure we are capable of feeling. And we can love unapologetically for the full spectrum of our emotional range and from the fathomless depths of our hearts. Lift up a woman in your life. Help her reach a dream she's been incubating. Take time to indulge with lady loves in your life. Go to a spa, make a dinner together, go skinny dipping, or just do something outrageous that celebrates the fact that you love each other. Sappho is about the power of loving every inch of the female form. Spend a day flooding your thoughts with positive affirmations about your body or a woman's body. Take a long bath with red rose petals. Do something nourishing that acknowledges your love for the fact that you are a woman or for the radiant women who constellate your life. Soul voice meditation. Is there a woman in my life I can send love to and uplift in this moment? Intention. I love every inch of my body and I love the women in my life fiercely. So now I'm going to read my Bago. 134. And that says, when your soul selects her card over here, okay? So devotion grounds us and allows us to see just how many resources are available to us. And devotion elevates our perception so that the spiritual realm can infuse us with light, strength, and energy that is greater than our own. Devotion is the action we feel compelled to take that demonstrates our commitment to love. The power of my Bago's devotion kept the Sikh religion alive. The task seemed impossible, 40 Sikhs against a whole Mughal army. But what has never happened before becomes possible through true devotion and the force of pure love. Mai is the warrior saint who reminds us to become fully devoted to what we love. Then courage isn't an effort. It isn't something we have to cultivate. Courage is what commitment to love bestows to us. Devote yourself fully to what's at hand, to what is in your heart, and the strength, the support, and the courage to complete the task will rise to meet you. Soul voice meditation. What am I committed to with my entire being? Intention. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Now, for those of you who want to end it here, you can just, stop watching, but I will go over these two goddesses that I did talk about earlier. So I'm going to start with White Buffalo Calf Woman, and she's on 154. When your soul selects her card, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to move through the world. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of hope, just like this hope here. Omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. when prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Soul voice meditation. What is my intention for the work I am currently doing? Intention, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. And finally, I'm just going to read Yishu Togil over here. She's on page 121. So when your soul selects her card, it can be easy to forget that everything we touch, everything we say, and everything we do is not separate from the divine. Yishi embodied one of the most potent spiritual truths. The female body is an asset to enlightenment, not a hindrance. The body is a vehicle to free us from the idea that there are any limitations to reality. Tantra, which weaves together the sacred and the mundane to reveal the spiritual nature of all things, allowed Yishi to realize that she was both an ordinary woman and an incarnation of the Buddha Vajrayogini. We are both human and divine. We are both a mortal body and an eternal essence that continues on. The body too often can be the scapegoat for so much hate, distrust, and violence. The body holds infinite wisdom, pleasure, and possibilities. This is the moment to see your gorgeous body as the tremendous gift it is. It's the moment to realize that there is no greater intoxication than just being fully in your body from head to soul. Yishi is the call to remember the holiness of your flesh, the deep wisdom of your body that your body contains, and the temple you walk around in every day. Soul voice meditation. What helps me remember that my body is sacred? And intention is embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. All right, guys, that was your reading for May 2020. I'm going to have weekly readings up in the next week. I have to get everybody else's monthlies out first. So I will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.